Welcome back to Invincible Jacksons. My name is Tori. If you are new here or you don't recognize my channel, first of all, welcome. I'm glad you could join me today. And Invincible Jacksons is just my outlet to support the Jackson family and just kind of, rave about them and like all their accomplishments and their artistry and what they've done over the years in hopes of, helping to keep their legacy alive. Today I am bringing something special because this is just really awesome. I've talked about it in one of my most recent videos, my Jackson's updates and news video. But I felt like this deserved its own separate video because of how big and special it is. I'm going to be talking about the Thriller Challenge. Yes, a wonderful team of Michael Jackson fans, supporters, advocates have, kind of organized this thing to help Michael Jackson make history, basically. And us as fans and supporters and, anybody could also be a part of this. I know there is like a lot of confusion about it still. Maybe people aren't as aware of it. I know it's really big on Twitter, but I'm going to tell you as much as I can, tell you as much as I know so far about the Thriller Challenge. So if you want to be involved in helping Michael make history, stay tuned and keep watching. Alright, so to give a bit of background on this whole challenge, starting from the beginning, we know the Thriller album, and we know it's the biggest selling album of all time, in the world, worldwide and everything. Within this album, there was 9 tracks, and 7 of those tracks actually went top 10. Some of them hit number 1, some of them didn't. A big shock that a lot of us are now realizing with this challenge coming about is that Thriller was one of the songs that didn't hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It peaked at number 4. So, I'm like, what? When I'm figuring this out, a lot of people are surprised by this because, Thriller is just big, especially with the short film and everything. But our goal that we're trying to do as, Michael supporters, fan base, the Michael Jackson community, is to get Thriller to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart during, this upcoming Friday, October 28th through November 3rd. At first they were saying November 4th, but I think they tweaked it to November 3rd. In doing so, if we get this to happen, records that Michael would break is that he would break his own record of having a top 10 like hit in 5 different decades to 6. Then he would beat Kate Bush's record on the Billboard Hot 100 chart of Running Up That Hill because Thriller is older. If y'all don't know, Running Up That Hill is the 80s song. I'm not sure exactly what year it came out. I was actually introduced to it because it had blown up on TikTok. So, if we get Thriller to number 1, it would be the oldest song and outdo Kate Bush's song. Then he would tie Mariah Carey of having a number 1 song in 4 different decades. So in order for that to happen, goals that we need to reach is getting 18,000 in single track sales of Thriller. Okay? So that means we need to be purchasing the single, whether it's off of iTunes, Amazon, all that fun stuff. We need 40 million streams, like on actual official streaming services that count towards the Billboard chart, like Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer. I believe Deezer is another one of them. And we need 16 million radio airplay audience impression. Now I'm reading this off of tweets made by Injustice for Some. They are one of the people that is on the team putting this whole thing together and organizing it. They're doing an awesome job. They are someone that you need to follow if you have Twitter. And also you need to follow Melly for Justice on Twitter. I will link their Twitters below. And they will kind of keep you updated as the time goes on. Also, You know, like I said, we need to stream the song, we need to buy the single, but only start buying that single and really going in streaming on October 28th. That's when everything really starts up. Now, they've been doing trial runs of things and streaming the song. I've been streaming the song even now. And I'm definitely going to go in once Friday comes. Another thing that they suggest is calling into radio stations, tweeting radio stations, calling in, asking them, and requesting for them to play Thriller. Now, that is during the Halloween week, and they tend to play the song a lot. So, you know, simply asking them, like, hey, can you play Thriller? You know, that could really do some good with this whole challenge. So, once again, don't start doing that until Friday, October 28th. So, a few days from now. Another thing is that they are on an app called Stationhead. If you don't know Stationhead, basically Stationhead is used to like gather fans together for streaming parties, and a particular user or person will start a streaming party, and you have to have like a premium subscription to Apple Music or Spotify. Only those two so far that I know, in order to even like, you know, be able to listen to like someone's streaming party. But the cool thing about it is that, let's say if there's like 15 people in the like listening while you're on air, that counts as 15 streams. So that is really, 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 really cool. And I will also link that down below. And they will be doing like streaming parties on that app throughout the whole entire week of all this. I'm planning to do one tomorrow actually, but I'll get into that later. Another really cool thing that they have like done is they've actually created a web page. It's a really cool web page that gives all the information, what the goal is, and you know, certain resources on there. Like they even put you know, all the streaming services where you can stream Thriller, where you can buy the single and everything like that. And they, you know, towards the bottom of the page, they listed like by state radio stations that you can call into and request a song. And if it has a little blue bird next to it, click the blue bird and it'll automatically take you to a pre-written tweet that you can send to that radio station. I was like, that is so cool. Another thing that they put on there, like I said, they're going to be doing streaming parties on that Stationhead app throughout the week. They've put a schedule on there on what times they're doing it. I believe there's another app, I think it's called the Renaissance app, that they're doing on one of the days or something like that. And they've put the users of who is doing that streaming party. So that is some really cool features on there. It's really helpful. I actually visit the website quite a bit to, you know, keep myself reminded and updated and everything like that. And I will also link that below in the description box. Now, for my international fans, I know that the goal of this whole challenge is to get the song to hit #1 on the US chart. But you guys have a role in this as well. You guys can help out and help Michael make history as well. The organizers of the challenge have said that you too can keep streaming the song, you know, like during the week, of course, of the challenge. And you can also buy the single. By doing so, we could get Michael to chart internationally as well. That'll definitely help it out a lot. Spread the word, tell other fans about it, and you can also call into the radio stations. It'll be at the bottom of the page of the Thriller Challenge webpage, and you know, click which radio station you want to call. You call your radio stations if you can do that. So yeah, you guys can help out with this whole thing too. It's a whole collaborative thing amongst the fans, and it's something that's bringing us together, and it's just really awesome overall. Now, like I said, I did include this whole Thriller 40 part and news on like my other video, but some updates have, happened since then. Taj has been on board for it since the very beginning. Taj Jackson, Tito Jackson's son, if you don't know, he's been on board, and he's really awesome in supporting Michael and advocating for his uncle and everything like that. And he did a live Saturday afternoon, evening ish, and he mentioned some things about the Thriller Challenge. I haven't been able to watch it yet, but if you want to watch that, I believe he covers that. I don't know how long he talks about it, but he covers that. And also, TJ and Francis have now endorsed it. So that is really, really cool. They have just found out about it. Like, believe it or not, they didn't find out about it until recently. And it was their live last Wednesday. And I had asked them if they would be participating and everything. And with that, it gave them an opportunity, to kind of start a discussion about it. And I'm hoping the viewers of the live, took note of that and they would participate as well. So that's another big thing. Sharing the news, spreading the word and everything like that. Telling fans. I know, like I said, it's really big on Twitter. And I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Instagram, but it's really big on Twitter. They have instructed us and, advised us and encouraged us to spread the word on Instagram and spread the word to other social media platforms like Facebook and everything. There's a lot of Jackson's fan groups on Facebook, so definitely spread that word there. So yeah, just telling other fans, this is really big. If we can get this to happen, oh man, I would just be so happy. Like helping Michael make history, like that's so cool. What my role and what I've been trying to do is I really love stuff like this, us coming together to make something like this happen. I really love that. So I'm gonna try and host some of my own streaming parties. Like I've said in my other video, I made a Thriller 40 playlist. No, Thriller Challenge playlist, my bad. Thriller Challenge playlist, and I put different, however many versions of Thriller is on Spotify in that playlist, along with some of Michael's other songs and everything like that, just to kind of balance it out and not make it look so bawdish. Because if I heard if you keep the song on repeat or something like that, or if you keep playing it back to back, it could, I guess the streaming services could look at it as bot behavior and it might not count your streams. So I really want to be careful of that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna host it's Sunday when I'm filming this, but when it's uploaded it will be Monday. So Monday evening at 6 o'clock CDT, I believe. At that time, like Eastern time, like East Coast time, it will be 7 o'clock, and it will be 4 o'clock West Coast time. So kind of convert that to how you can. So yeah, I will be on there for about 3 hours or so, and I'll just be streaming there. And I would love to do it another time as well during the actual week. This is kind of getting practice, getting to know it, everything like that. And like I said, you do have to have premium subscriptions to Apple Music or Spotify. If you have any questions about that, or if maybe you're unable to get the premium subscription because it does cost money, let me know and I can see what I can do to help you. They do look out for free trials and stuff with streaming services, because oftentimes they'll be like, oh, you'll get your first month free, your first 2 months free. I know Spotify is offering that, and then Apple Music is doing a first month free. Also, certain phone services and certain companies that people work for will offer music streaming services and websites for free. So I believe certain phone plan, I don't know if it varies from phone plan, so you'll definitely check with your phone service provider and see if you have any opportunities to get your streaming service for free. That would be really cool. Also, I have actually decided to start a Discord. I have started it, for Jackson's fans to kind of gather together, um, and kind of get to know each other, and also like stay up to date on news and stuff. So I would be posting certain news and updates that I find and come across, and we kind of discuss it if you want. And I would definitely be trying to keep everybody updated on Thriller, like Thriller 40, the Thriller Challenge, and everything. I know they just announced a documentary that they're trying to do, and just important updates and stuff like that. So I will also link that down in the description. Just check the description at the end of the video. I believe I've covered as much as I can about the Thriller Challenge. I hope this was really informative and kind of helped you understand it more if you were confused about anything. I just am so excited. Like I said, I'm so excited to make this happen. I believe we can do it. We really it's going to take unity, collaboration. It's going to take everybody cooperating, everything like that. And it's going to take a clear understanding to know what to do. Like I said, do not start. I'm stressing so much. Do not start buying the single, calling in the radio station until October 28th. That is this Friday. So keep that in mind, okay? All right. Well, that's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you all for watching this video. Oh, and I actually started a new series if you didn't know. I did a live stream with my good friend Dove, and it was just absolutely amazing. I got to interview her, and basically the series is called Fan Experience or Fan Highlight, and I kind of bring Michael Jackson fans on there to share their journey and kind of give fan representation, and kind of like make people give them a space to feel included in everything. And I really feel like my goal really worked out for me and everything like that. So that is something that I would love to continue on doing. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and watched. Thank you to Dove again. She was awesome special guest. Thank you to everyone for the positive feedback. And yeah, so thank you all for the support as always, and I will see y'all next time.
Can you turn up the background a bit? And I lie those parts.